My family thinks that Nicole is using me.
Prove everybody wrong.
They can talk all they want, but at the end of the day, if I want to put all my eggs in that one basket, that's what I'm gonna do.
Oh my God.
Baby. Oh my God.
I have all this stuff in my hands.
Give me some.
Oh my God. Oh my God, my makeup is on your face.
That's all right.
This is prison makeup.
Woo! Damn.
This is crazy.
It's real.
It's real.
Come here.
When I walked out of the prison and I saw Deontay waiting for me, it was the best feeling ever.
It's my heart right here.
Before I got out, Deontay planned on having sex right away. I told him not to rush it, so I don't know why he's acting like so surprised. We're not even allowed to hug in prison. I have not been touched in 4 years. That makes me uncomfortable.
So you ain't been touched in 4 years.
No, I
By
haven't.
nobody.
By nobody.
I haven't had sex in 1.5 years in order to maintain my loyalty and be faithful to Nicole. As far as Nicole having sex, I'm not sure what she did in there, but I think that since me and Nicole have been dating, she has not seen anybody else other than me.
I done hit the jackpot. You're fooling me today.
I spoil you every day.
This is the woman I'm gonna spend the rest of my life with, so I can wait another day to be intimate with her.
I'll let you look at me in the bra. I'll send you some sexy ass selfies too.
Let's pause for 1 second, guys. We'll resume the clip in a little bit. It's sad. That poor guy, he probably doesn't even know how he looks. He's so in love, he just has tunnel vision for that one inmate, that one felon. She actually got arrested and charged for robbery. That's why she did 4 years in prison. Guys, you don't have to spend money on a woman for her to like you. You don't have to spend money and do all these different things for her to have sex with you. You don't have to do any of that. You can just be yourself and be who you are, because guess what? The woman who truly wants to be with you and wants to have sex with you, you don't have to be shelling all this money and doing favors and buying her watches and clothes. You don't have to do any of that. Because here's the funny thing. She'll take all that stuff that poor guy was doing, Deontay, and she'll go have sex with a guy who will do none of that. I guarantee you. See, that's how women use guys. Remember, alpha seed, beta need. So that guy's the beta, he's the provider, and I guarantee she's gonna get her back blown out, her hair pulled, her world rocked by a guy who's a bum, who's a loser, who doesn't have any of the stuff that he has. It always works like that. That's why attraction is never logical with women. Some of you guys want to like, man, I got a car, I got a job, I got an education, I got all this stuff like that. Why is she having sex with a guy who's not doing any of that? I can do so much for her. Right, because women are turned on differently. Matter of fact, the more you simp for her, the more you do for her, the more turned off she'll get. And here's the thing, so many of you guys have probably did stuff like that too. You really love the woman, you say, okay, let me do this, let me do that. Let me put forth my best effort. Let me just shower her with praise and gifts and texts and compliments, and she's gonna always be with me, right? You had that tunnel vision, you thought she was the one for you, you wanted to get married. Bro, I've been there. Most of us guys have been there, but then you see the light and you see how women are. Listen, I wish I had this video a whole decade ago. Man, I would be so far ahead, right? But it's a good thing that this stuff is coming out, because so many guys are gonna see the light. Because let's be honest, you see a woman you find attractive and you want to have sex with her, you're like, man, a lot of guys are like, okay, I'll do all these different things. I'll do this, I'll do that, I'll do that. And hopefully I can get between her legs. That's not how you do it. Guys, stop simping. It's not going to help you. Only thing it's going to do is embarrass you, because that poor guy, he actually think he has a gem. That female was in prison for 4 years for robbery. And he's been a free man. He said, I had sex in 1.5 years. And he's been basically being loyal to her for that 1.5 years. Do you know what she was doing in prison? You don't even know. Look at her. She's tattooed everywhere. I mean, does she look like a quality long-term companion? She hasn't even proved herself. She's been in prison. So you finally see her, poor Deontay, and you give her a hug, and you give her a kiss, and you're like, man, I'm so excited to see you. You're finally out, and now she starts to use you. Now she starts to kind of like, you know what, I ain't really feeling you like that. And notice how I always say what women do when they're not into you, they'll make all types of excuses not to have sex with you. She said, oh, I gotta wait to have sex with a guy, and I don't want to, get touchy. Nobody haven't touched me in 4 years. Really? All of a sudden she forgot how to have sex. All of a sudden she doesn't want to get touched, but she's kissing the guy when she gets out of prison. Isn't that crazy? She's taking all his gifts, his watches, his money, the clothes that he bought her, and he's sitting there like, man, well, kind of confused, like, well, baby, we gonna have sex. The poor guy even bought her lingerie, bra and underwear, and she's like, oh, I'll send you pictures. I'll let you, see me in it, but we're not gonna have sex. We're not gonna do that. I told you guys, women like to leverage sex against the guys that they're not really attracted to. So what they'll do is they'll put restraints on it. They'll put conditions and terms, right? So you'll have to do a whole bunch of different things, and then she'll think about, okay, I'll give you the sex, maybe. This is why I tell you guys, stop leading with your money. Stop leading with your wallet. Because the more you do that, the more women say, oh, this is a sucker. This guy doesn't know his worth. Why do you think women take advantage of guys like that? Because you don't know your worth. Because you think that gifts and socks and heels and purses and trips, all these different things are going to make a woman like you. Women just see that as, oh, I'm going to take advantage of this guy. Now, here's the thing. There's nothing wrong with doing something for a woman that you really are into. And if you guys are mutually exclusive and she's put in the effort and time and energy and she's been investing as well, okay, that's fine. But she ain't been doing anything. He don't even know if that woman can cook. He don't even know if she can bake. She hasn't done anything. She just got out of prison and he started just laying it all on her. This is why, guys, you cannot be smitten and you cannot be goo gaga and your tongue got like a dog when you see a woman you find attractive, because she's like, oh, okay, I got him now. And when she has you, listen, women will milk you dry and they do not care. They'll just drain you of your resources, drain you of your favors, all that stuff like that, and then they'll just milk you clean. They'll be like, oh, we gotta wait. Remember, if she's not into you, guess what she's gonna do? She's gonna make you wait for sex. She's gonna make you wait a long time. And waiting for a woman and playing her game is never worth it, because she's just gonna string you along, do this, do that, just push buttons, and it's gonna take you a long time to get sex. That female, she got out of prison, she doesn't want to stay at his house. She's like, oh, you got to wait, till you meet my mom and just give it time. And dude, I told you, women like to delay things with certain guys that they're not into because they want to continue to milk the resources.
I don't know if I'm going to stay at your house tonight.
Me don't know.
I know that you want me to, but I just feel like...
If you don't want to say, you don't have to.
I just haven't seen my mom in a really long time. Oh my gosh, this is my mom's house.
Sorry, so let's go meet her and everything.
I think I'm just gonna go in here by myself.
So, well, hold on, what now?
I want you to meet my mom eventually. When you meet my mom, I want it to be special.
I get that Nicole wants to take things slow. Nicole is the best decision I ever made in my life, so I can see us, setting up a wedding and everything and getting married.
There's a few things that I haven't told Deontay, but, just because I'm in love with him doesn't mean I don't want to talk to anybody else anymore. I literally just got out of prison. I'm not married. I have a lot of life to live, and just trying to have a little fun.
Deontay, listen, you are a fool, because you see the red flags. You see the train coming. This is why if you look at him, he's in the car kind of thinking, wait a minute, that's kind of off. And the light bulb kind of flicked. And just because he's like, man, I'm really attracted to her, I invest a lot of time and energy, so, well, okay, it's all right. Notice how he switches from red pill to, oh, wait a minute, that's kind of odd. Then he switches back to that blue pill thinking, right? So he's double-minded. He knows what's going on, but he's like, I can't accept it. right? Because he probably was messaging that girl all for that prison term or however long, right? She probably told him a lot of good stuff. And then now she gets out, now nothing's going on. And he's like, man, he's kind of like down. But he's like, okay, you know what? Since I'm already knee deep in it, since I already spent $30,000+ I bought her all this stuff, well, might as well just continue it. And if you play by a woman's rules, this is what's going to happen. She even said, you know, I'm afraid to tell Deontay that, you know, I want to live life. She's young. She's 23. Deontay's 33. Got a decade, you know, on each other. And he's probably like, okay, I'm ready to settle down. He's probably ready to have that wife and get married and have children. But she's like, listen, I got to go through my promiscuous phase. I got to, you know, get out there. I got to live life. That's what a lot of women want to do. They want to live life, right? Now, here's the thing. Now, when she gets about 33 years old and Deontay's 43, what's going to happen is she's going to be looking for a guy just like Deontay. That blue pill, that beta guy that wanted to provide for her. And a lot of women have that guy when they're in their early 20s and mid 20s, late 20s. They have that guy, but they're like, okay, you know, there's another guy like Deontay around the corner, down the line. And that's what happens. So many women take these guys like Deontay for granted because they want to play the field and they want to get out there. They're missing out on the gold mine, right? So, guys, if you are out there and you're doing this type of stuff for women and she's not basically reciprocating anything, or she's making you wait for sex, or she's making you do all this stuff like that, bro, just cut it off. It's not worth it, right? Because if she makes you wait for sex in the beginning, that's how the whole situation or relationship's going to be. It's going to be a pay-to-play sort of thing. The sex is always going to be transactional. You're going to have to do something for her. You got to do this. Then after that, she's going to be like, all right. And she won't really desire you. The sex won't be as passionate because remember, women do not respect tricks. They don't respect men who just give them money and do all this different stuff and they haven't earned it, right? They respect men who put their foot down, who are able to walk away, who are able to say, you know, I'm done. See, if Deontay told that female, Nicole, oh, I'm done, she most likely be like, oh, wait a minute. Okay, I'll give you sex. But he's like, okay, it's all right. You can go sleep at your mom's house. It's all right. We don't have to touch each other right away. We'll wait another day. And he's making up all these excuses for her because he, quote unquote, loves her. This is why, guys, you always have to be in a logical state, a state of rationale when it comes to dealing with women. Because if you're not, what's going to happen is they will do you just like Deontay is being done.